Alright guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna start kicking this thing off, see if we can get it growing, but this will be the first video. So some of you guys that are tuning in might already know I do a lot of stuff on DSMs. As you can see, this is my drag car, dedicated drag. It's in the process right now of getting a cage, full custom wire harness and all that stuff right now. So if I stop being lazy and get to it, I'll try to get that thing to the track this year. So, but it's got a lot of work. Got a lot of work I still need to do to it. So, but yesterday we ran into a cool little scenario with this thing. Some of you guys may know, some of you may not know what this is. It's not my car, but I'm gonna be helping putting it together and getting it running. So this would be a 92 Galant VR4. This is number 420 out of 1,000, and of course 420 just happens to be in Colorado for you stoners. So the car's in really good shape. Car's in really good shape as far as body wise go. As far as the body goes, obviously it's old. What are we coming up on now? Next year it'd be 20 years old, 30 years old, if I can do my math right. Be 30 years old, but it's straight. It just needs some paint. So I got a hell of a steal on this thing. So my buddy Jesse is the one that picked it up, and I'm gonna give him a hand putting it back together. So love working on these cars. These are like my go-to, my prides between me and my brother. I don't know, I say we're probably 10 to 15 deep. I stopped counting after like 5 or 6. So we've had a lot. I've owned mine since 05. I think I've owned mine since 05. But so yeah, today we're going to get the tranny out. We came supposedly with the built tranny, so I'm going to get that up on my tranny table and get that tore down. I'm going to do a little time lapse of that for you guys, and you'll see. But yeah, DSM at heart. You see, rocking the Evo 9, just a daily sitting there. It's kind of getting some sun beat by it right now. I need to get all this stuff cleared out so I can get it back in the garage. But anyways, we'll set up a time lapse and then show you getting this stuff unloaded and get to rocking. So we'll check back in a little bit. Alright, so we just got the tranny unloaded. Okay, we're gonna get the tranny up on this guy. Little transmission table I built. If any of you, just a little 2x4 some plywood, some bracing and stuff. If any of you guys watching this video own DSMs and you guys make a lot of power, you know that these things, anything above 500, you start tearing some stuff up on them. You gotta go through them pretty frequently. So unless you upgrade a dog box. But yeah, we're just gonna get that thing up on this table. And then we're going to tear it apart. It's supposedly supposed to be built, so we'll get into it. We'll check it out, see if it's got anything double synchroed, if how the synchros look. We'll check out the center diff, see if it's got a welded center diff or if it's got a 4-spider. Just the typical quote-unquote built, which, like I said, if any of you guys know about DSMs, there's no really such thing as a built tranny unless it's a dog box, because most of the parts that are put in built trannies are all pretty much factory parts, so it's all just kind of new stuff. Kind of like a gray line there and stuff, but yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna get this thing up on the table, and then we're gonna get to it. Alright, just got the top case part off. This is interesting. I haven't really seen that. Usually if supposedly it's a TMZ build, but usually TMZ will stamp his stuff. But I don't see any stamps that say TMZ or anything on it. So, but whatever it is, we got JC there. And we got a little Sharpie here. So someone's definitely been inside this tranny. It so far, everything looks normal. So we'll continue to proceed here. All right, getting deeper and deeper into the transmission. So far, everything's looking really good on the thing. This is the transfer case output shaft. It's got a little bit of rust buildup from just sitting outside and weathered. Getting ready to give it a count right now. Again, if you're a DSM fanatic like me, you would know that there's two different types of trannies for the 1Gs. You got the 22 spline and the 23 spline. So let's give this one a count. See how many we got here. Let's start at the very top one. We won't count it though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. We'll do it one more time. We're starting at this one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Cool. We got 23 spline output shaft. So that's some good news. So, all right, well, next step, I'm gonna get my bearing puller. We'll yank this off, and we'll be able to get this center case part off. So, we'll be back. All right, cool. Got that center section off. And then we'll check it out here. We got the center diff here. We'll get this guy pulled out, and then zap these bolts off. We can kind of see. Looks. Oh, well, I don't really have to zap it off. I will though, because it's pretty simple. But it looks like we got a welded center diff just by looking through those inspection holes. Everything else is look like it's in good shape. But next part is we're gonna have to get all these bolts off, and then we'll get this big section, big housing off it, and then we can really get a good look at the gears and everything. So we'll be back with that. So we got that big middle section case off, and then yeah, that exposes the gauge clusters, the stacks, whatever you guys want to call them. So as far as quote unquote fully built, I don't think I would say this is pretty much just like a factory rebuild with a welded center diff. If let's see if I can get in here. If that's kind of hard to see, but you see these teeth right above that brass synchro ring? It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see if I can zoom in here a little bit. Come on, focus. All right, so see how they're almost like, they're like a point. It comes like a point. So that tells me that it's like it's just a normal OE second gear. So this is my cluster out of my transmission, which I've replaced second gear. And again, I don't know if you can tell, the lighting is kind of tough out here in the garage. As you can see how those are slanted? Those are slanted. So you can tell it's a what am I looking for here? Oh, double synchro, sorry. That's how you can tell it's a double synchro gear. So as far as I can tell, it's just normal transmission. You know, all the gears and everything look really great. This thing looks really great. The case is really clean on the inside. Outside's a little dirty, but yeah, it looks pretty damn good. So, you know, I think Jesse's wanting to do a kind of a daily driver. So, you know, we'll have to figure out if he wants to run this transmission and then get him a factory center diff. See if we can source one of those, or kind of what the game plan is right now. So that's pretty much the tear down on the transmission. There's not really any point on going any farther. You know, no point on tearing apart the gears and stuff. It's pretty easy to tell just by looking at them. You know, it's not like anything's Cairo treated or, you know, any of that crazy stuff. To me, it looks just like OE gear clusters with the welded center diff, which pretty much is all you can pretty much do on the DSM transmissions until you go like a dog box or something. So that's currently remind them. You know, you can do double synchros, and there's like factory upgrades, but all you are is factory upgrades without going crazy and doing the dog box and stuff. So that's probably going to wrap it up for this video. I'll probably do another one. We gotta hit a short block. We got so many parts. We got so many parts just chilling here. It's pretty much a whole engine. This is how we picked it up yesterday from the guy. The guy was really cool, man. Got a hell of a deal for all this stuff, and we're just gonna see if we can get it back together and see if we can, you know, get another Galant on the road. These things are getting rare as shit, as some of you may know. So even the 1Gs, even the DSMs, are getting really rare. So I'm trying my best to keep as many on the road as possible. You know, I live in Colorado here, and you know, I do all the tuning on my car, on my brother's car, on my buddy's car, on another buddy's car, and then, you know, when I can, or whoever hits me up, I try my best to help them get their, you know, their cars tuned and their cars running. You know, time is money. You know, gotta charge for a little bit for this stuff, but so I like to try to keep them on the road, man. They're a dying breed, rolling around. You barely ever see any of them on the road anymore. So try and do what we can. Like I said, I want to do my best to help them get this thing going. We got a long ways to go on it. Gonna be a lot of work and stuff to put into it, but I've messed with these cars, I said, for coming up on like 20 years now. So the 6 bolts, the 1Gs, all that stuff I can do with my eyes closed. I can sleep and put it together. So it's, you know, nothing I'm afraid of. So we'll get it going though. So I want to record this little journey as we kind of revive this old Galant that's been sitting for the last 4 years, just in some dude's backyard over in Lakewood, Colorado. How it doesn't have severe hail damage, I don't know. I think Lakewood hasn't really had like a hailstorm in a while. So, but so besides the paint fade, body's pretty damn straight. I know there's a lot of people out there that would kill to have this thing in this condition. Interior is pretty straight. It's loaded with parts and stuff. Got another set of seats, and it's cram packed with parts in there. But the interior overall is pretty good shape. So yeah, but said, I'm gonna bring you along for the journey, you guys, to get this thing up and running. Get number 420. You guys are partaking that recreational activity, then happy 420 to you. But we'll try to get 420 rolling again, and we'll try my best within the next 2 weeks to get it fired up, get this baby back on the road, get it to some meets. So, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. You guys know the drill, the routine. Don't forget to subscribe, share this with a friend, like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. I don't claim to be a professional at all. I'm not a professional shop. Self-taught. I've just been doing this stuff for 20 years. Got a pretty good experience doing it. So when I'm doing stuff, some of you guys that are watching, you guys may not agree with the way I do it, but just the way I do it, and it's worked. You know, I've gotten this thing with an HX35 down to an 11 flat up here at Colorado, and if any of you guys know the altitude, we're pretty much dealing with no air, so you know, this thing put down pretty good power. It obviously, the only reason I got it tore apart right now is to do the cage, because obviously it's going too fast. And I'm hoping once I got a built head that I'm going to be slapping on there, short block, the bottom end's built, so I'm hoping once I get that top end on there, the head, some cams, be able to get a little more power out of this HX35, and I'm hoping to get like a mid-10 out of it, and then we'll see how far I can get with that. And then I got an HX40 I'm going to throw on it and see what's up. All right, there she is, all offloaded. Whew, it's a little toasty today. We're in like mid 80s or whatever. All right, well, this is going to be her home for hopefully not too long. Hopefully we can get this project rocking and rolling and get this thing back on the road soon. So Just picked up that trailer a couple months ago, and this is actually the first car that I hauled with it. Pre-planned for my race car and stuff, and came in handy, man. Worked really good. Got the winch and everything on there, so getting it up on the trailer was juicy, and then getting it off was nice and easy. So, but yeah, there's our home. Like I said, we got a lot of work ahead of us, but ain't nothing I haven't done before. So, stay tuned, keep watching. We'll keep trying to keep uploading some good content for you guys. Again, like, subscribe, make sure you share it with a friend, and see you guys in the next video.